Hello. We're playing some more Mildew Children today. As a reminder, um, this game does contain elements of folk horror, including um, possible uh, scenes of natural substances used in a drugging kind of way, um, and scenes depicting ritual sacrifice. And there's also talk of uh, I forget if it's ghosts or zombies or some kind of um, return of the undead, even though they have not specifically shown that yet. Um, there has been discussion of it in the game. So those are the content warnings that I can remember off the top of my head. Um, and we'll just get back to where we left off. And this is the main character and the um, newly recruited witch going into the woods to collect some ingredients. Before we go deeper into the thicket, keep an eye out for bear tracks. Be careful not to step on them should you see any, otherwise you will limp for a week. Keep your voice down, don't touch leaves. Now that the forest is quiet and peaceful, stirring up the water is not a good idea. In other words, don't yell if you see a spider. I am not afraid of spiders. They are much more scared of us. Also, there are no poisonous spiders in the world, so they are all completely harmless. That's right. Be careful not to lose your sack. Oh, that's right. She gave her a pouch to put stuff in, I think. Um, it's not going anywhere. All the things you and I will need grow in a clearing not too deep in the forest. Don't you think about picking berries in the village? Yes, of course. Only childbearing maidens are entitled to pluck the ripe gifts on the trees. This is the only way to guarantee a bountiful harvest in the future. Are we going to be safe in the thicket? It's still hard for me to let go of the apprehension. I shouldn't scare her. Um, if you hear wolves, you should start speaking louder. They'll hear a human voice and be afraid to come closer. When Mother enforced her will upon the forest, all of its children were obedient to her. If I were force, I would slaughter a goat, or better two. However, even with fresh blood, not achieve what we want, so we go together as two peaceful vines, completely undefended. Sorry, I was just noticing in the background some of the trees look like they've been broken. Like, unlike these ones that are cut, some of them look like they were torn down in other ways. Um, I should probably tell you about the power of herbs. As you know, our bodies are like plants. Just as sap flows through them, warm blood flows through our veins. Our hands are like branches, our feet like roots. We originate from the earth and we remain inside it after death. The sorcerer's fire is what binds us together. Only a few are able to feel that connection. Some sprouts and berries burn with this invisible fire, giving them a unique nature. They're able to ignite a flame within you, to inspire delight and awe within your soul, opening your eyes to the forbidden mysteries of creation. It's a unique feeling, such absolute freedom. Only those born under the star of sorcery can ignite that flame, and like any earth, it must be maintained, constantly nourished and not allowed to die out. If the sorcerer's fire goes out, so do we. The berries we're after are of that nature. Without them, witchcraft is impossible. Hmm. I don't know. Cause I, like, the part of me that loves learning about the lore of stories wants to continue on, but at the same time, I'm wondering if the second option would be better so that we don't like overload her with information. Um, I'm sorry if my tummy is grumbling and if you can hear it, because I haven't actually eaten much of anything today. I'll do that after the stream. Um, let's see. Let's continue for now. They should not be picked at night, as the sun burns brighter in the sky, so do they with their invisible flames. Do you really think I was born a sorceress? That I will not hurt myself by eating them. Hmm. Let's just say, listen to us and we'll be fine. I'm trying to memorize your words. and pray to the winds for protection. No, mother, you must rely solely on yourself in this matter. Forget about any help from outside. Even the gods hide in fear of the Domitian. Here, at the brooding elm, we turn to the glade. Watch your step. We are interested in white berries called pale tears. You may also find ushba. What do we have here? Ushba, a treasure berry. Remember what it's like. If it's rough, definitely ushba. Useless to us, so let's move on. Here they are. These are pale tears. Look for the streaks, like white veins coming from the base. They're to call such a spider web. Can you memorize it that way? Got it? Collect everything you see. Tears are very bitter. No way to confuse them with anything else. Try one. Ew. How very. Ew. I have no words. Unequaled filth. That was just one. Better eat them with your nose pinched. It's less disgusting. Could have warned me. Next time I will. Mm. Huh. This one's harder to figure out because they look opaque, but they also have the streaks. I'm gonna just say, um, really? Huh. When consumed in small quantities, such as 3, 4, or 5, they'll cleanse your body of nastiness. A pleasure to conjure afterwards. Unbridled sorcery inside a boiling cauldron. It won't work if you take less, and that's crucial. If you take more than 5, you'll kill all the spirits, worms, and maggots within you. If you ever felt cramps in your stomach, it's them eating you from within. That sounds extremely questionable. Hmm. Hmm. Mask. This is Ushba, right? Remember, more than 5 is a no-go. Less than 3 is useless. I see. White cobwebs in the base. Smooth. 3, 4, 5, or 5. For the first time, 3 is better. After a while, you need to consume more. To get the desired effect, your body is used to the sorcerer's juices. Since you're getting more of them, now's the time to explore deeper. Look around the trees, we're looking for witches' roots. It is without a doubt the most important berry. So many stupid fools who think it's just poison, ignorant of the nature of things. We also encounter Lavis blood war. I'll teach you how to tell them apart. Let's go. Okay. Bloodwort? That's right. You see berries in bunches, it's bloodwort. We don't need it, so let's move on. Is that rude? It has an orange-red hue at their bases, and the ends are dark. It's sweet. They store the fire inside, unlike other sorcerer's plants. Look at the flame-speckled seeds. These berries are easy to distinguish. Bloodworts are small, opaque, and sour. Lavis is more yellow, lacking fire. It used to be called cinders for this very reason. Don't ever try them. You can't distinguish the red ones by taste. Make sure you collect all. Okay. There's Lavis. Keep in mind it's extremely poisonous. Avoid it at all costs. Don't even touch it. I'm gonna... See, some of these are hard to tell. Because that looks more yellow. And there's another one next to it, under the leaf. It sounds monstrous attacking Mother Nature's fundamental laws. To tear down the fabric of existence and gaze upon its uncovered underside. How can one get away with such impudence? This is our role. And all those skills will fade away when the last witch dies. Do you think life will be easier after that? It's true, I used to think so. Nevertheless, the more I know, the more I realize the importance of your circle. Outsiders do not see it, and that is why you are treated that way. We are treated this way. I beg your pardon. Just to make an outsider. Um, Deadly forest beast to be shot through the thicket. Okay. Um, you should eat no more than one at first. Later you'll need more, but for now, you can't eat any extra. Clear? They're used in important rites and for complex witchcraft. It is natural for a brief burst of energy, followed by a painful decline in strength. Up until the next sunset, you're plagued with weakness and trembling. However, this is the price we pay to achieve our goal. I see. Certainly if the goal is worthwhile, such a sacrifice is worth it. What is that tiny green berry that grows everywhere around here? Fave. Another important ingredient, but now is not the time to pick it up. Berries themselves are ineffective. We pick the leaves instead. Grind the dried leaves and make witch dust. I'll tell you about it later, but just know it's used everywhere. Hmm. I think we got all of them. Let's move to mushrooms. Hmm. Okay. This is what we need. Look here. Nasqua. Troublemaker. Small mushroom on a thin stick. And a triangular cap and smooth oily surface. Okay. These aren't the mushrooms we're looking for. Their caps are shaped wrong. Its fire is also unmatched. When you have the mushroom inside, it grows through your organs, through your vines, and then spreads a strange magic throughout your body. Defying its will is very hard, but if you succeed, the world opens up a whole new way for you. You'll sense the voice of the trees, hear the whisper of dry leaves, feel the delight of spring. Troublemaker will reveal all the secrets to you if you need to hear the unheard and unseen. What will happen to the mushroom inside? Sooner or later your soul will take over again and cast it out. It may take several months. Will it not harm the body or soul? Um, Students who've been taught it sounds like it's capable of driving you mad. Vavna's definitely been affected by those mushrooms. She used to be so rational, with his example for all her sisters. What has she become? She's like an evil reflection now. Well, that's not because of the mushroom, though. Um, sorry, I forgot I muted myself while I was opening that drink there. Welcome in. Hope you enjoy the stream. I was just commenting beforehand that what we've seen so far from the character that they're discussing, um, she's saying that the mushroom is kind of twisted the mind of the other witch, but I was about to say how I feel like it was um, more the way that their society has been treating them that made her bitter about things. We have more of the mushrooms that we're looking for. Each one should be swallowed barely chewed, 10, 12 at a time. That is a lot. You'll just plant a mushroom in your stomach if you eat less. You'll surely get poisoned if you eat more. I hope you know how to count. What kind of question is that? Shame on the daughter of Roots for not knowing the basics. Um, trying to see if there's anything we miss. Maybe there's some hidden in the foreground area, but I'm not seeing anything yet. Do we need those too? Of course not. It's fly gathered. I think we've got enough. Show me what you gathered. Not bad at all. We certainly have enough. These are not all the plants we use. We won't find any others here. In the meantime, the sun is waning, and the sorcerous power of the herbs is waning as well. Bear in mind we should not set foot in the forest at night. When it gets dark, ferocious beasts emerge from there. Please, let's hurry back to the village. Yes, let's hurry back. We'll go the same way, it's safer. I think it was this way. The sons of the forest heard us. What do we do now? Hide or show ourselves? Oof. What if they smell us? I doubt they will. How can we escape now? Do something. Come on, work your magic, please. Um, oh, shoot. Mm, I don't want to do that. Okay, so, yeah. Mm, mm, okay, so we'll try again. This. Mm, Sure. Let's see. So the only other option we have here is to draw the knife at this point instead. No, that's not it either. Okay, so if we don't do anything, or if we draw the knife, either way, it attacks her. Um, let's try this one. No, that didn't work. Alright, hmm. I'm not sure what other option I haven't tried yet. Let's see. Oh, this one got us a little further. Here's. I feel like I've tried all the options here. Um, um, Alright, so apparently for that, um, you need to click the knife at 2 separate times. Um, I don't know. Again, to me, it seems like it should have just been enough to say you're gonna use it during that second choice because that was the right track, but apparently you needed to click on it an earlier time before all the other choices. Um, I don't know, it didn't really make sense to me why that made a difference, but anyway, how am I supposed to calm her down after this? How am I supposed to calm anyone down? I can barely stand on my own 2 feet. Mm, I'm sorry I led you into the thicket. Thank you, Curve. You saved my life. Um, let's hurry to the pond. We need to wash off. My heart's still racing, tearing itself out. Can't believe we're safe. Closer was to death, feeling her icy breath upon my neck. Um, let's head back, shall we? I do not want to stay in this nightmare realm even a moment longer. My knees tremble as I think about what has happened. However, it's not the only thing causing me anxiety. Like a pesky moth, a dangerous thought was nagging me all day, spinning in my mind. I've always considered Mother Mistress as the greatest caretaker, the guardian of the natural order. I thought the words she spoke were always true. She called you weak, flattered, envious. I accepted her words without reservation. I had no idea how important your role is, how strong your spirit, your insolence, of course, just crossing all boundaries at times, but the fact that she was not telling the truth, she was not lying, there's no doubt about it. It's like she did not know much about you, or never had the opportunity to experience your way of living. So it would seem. You can fool yourself all you want, but you can't hide from the truth. I don't know what to do now. My only guidance was an illusion. I'm sorry for stirring up all this drama. It's like I'm lost. Is this really the fate of mine? Hmm. Um, Okay. As of now, I intend to take on the role of another, become what is expected of me, and ready to plunge headfirst into this black maelstrom and truly help in said difficult task in our ritual of the dormition. Hmm. So, as she said that, there was that kind of background noise. And I'm trying to recall if that only ever occurs when a character is being disingenuous or if it just means something important happened. I can't remember. Um, but now I'm like suspicious and worried. Anyway, Iva, are you there? What's with all this silence? Hmm, shouldn't we still use the other name while we're here? Or only call her Iva after she leaves? Hmm. Answer me up, Lucia. Is she still asleep? Can't be. Could it be she left her burrow? If you can hear me, let me know. Hmm. Stop hiding. You can't escape your fate. Alright. Maybe I should look nearby. Why is it so difficult to deal with you? Okay. Um. I want to check that other area first, or see if it'll let me. Nope, nothing. Okay. Have you guys seen Jupiter? I haven't seen her today. She used to play with us behind the scribe's house, remember? That's probably where she is. Scribes, you kidding me? Never been there before. We used to play with her near the slanted house. No, we used to play Bull's Feast at the slanted house. Dewberry doesn't like Bull's Feast. It's the other way around. I remember clearly. She used to compete at bowls with Knock. Hmm. So, are they gonna give us two options to check out? Mm, they are. Okay. Um, let's try. Let's try here first. Um, oh boy. Alright. There's no one else I can turn to, so please help me. Feels like there's a fiend inside me and he won't let go. The damsel got himself under my skin. Sends me nightmares. Sure, the lake is doing again. He's always talking about Micah. How will you pay me? I have nothing. I spent all my fangs on amulets. Please. Mm. You might just send us through all the options until we agree again, so. Alright. Um. Hush. Melanic. Okay. Melanic. I'll be going. May the earth cover your tracks. Okay, where are we? There. Let's see. find her at the scribe's house, I'll curse those little devils for sure. Well, as she was blessed by the full moon, she sat silently for the longest time, watching the raging stream. It carried twigs and crashed over sharpest rocks. There was no end to her trembling, as she wasn't sure what lay ahead. Yet she remembered that she was named the Chosen One, and as such she had no choice but to do what was necessary. Therefore, feeling the soft gaze upon her shoulders, feeling her mother's touch, she threw herself into the stream. Did Elsa really do this for us? Of course. Would we have survived that spring if it weren't for her? What's next? Don't stop. Amazing. The heiress of roots hiding behind a mask tells fables to children, and they don't even know who's behind the wooden mask. It's as if she's taking the role of a benevolent spirit. How impatient you are. So, Elsa found herself in the water. The stream immediately wrapped its cold fingers round her and dragged her far away. As she was being dragged by the river, she had lost track of time. A chill passed through her body as she felt the wrong waters touch her skin, felt her ornate bridesmaid's dress being torn by the torrent of rocks and crooked branches, and got scared. How could she, the chosen maiden, stand before the bridegroom in such a state? What if he would reject the slob? Suddenly she saw a flock of small carp swimming nearby. Who are you and what are you doing in our kingdom? The carp asked. I wish to see your king, lord of the riverkin, the great Kalu. Take me to him. I will be his wife. Your attire is quite unfit, the carp told her as he presented her with a crown of lilies and a dress of river mud. When you stand before the Lord, tell him that the sons of the rivers have blessed you with these gifts. She felt the river flow change and the waters became softer and warmer. Long or short, they swam through these waters, and at last found themselves in a wide river bed, and she saw the Lord of the river before her, spread out wherever the eyes could reach. Who dares to disturb my river mouth? He said. You are not welcome here, child of the soil. Turn to your solid surface. Elsa remembered the magic words should say. The chosen of the earth is descended to deep waters, stands before you honest and innocent. I bear the gifts of your sons, so you will listen. You will be strong. Speak, child. And then she lied to the Lord, tormenting her own soul. My mother is ill, and the only medicine she can get is seaweed from the river depths. I'm ready to serve thee until I find it, but the earth only gave me 10 winters. On the 10th spring, I will rise in the waters, and you'll forget about me, and I'll forget about you. Truly, your words are bitter. Your beauty is immense. Come closer, child of the muddy earth. He then embraced the young maiden firmly and said, Why don't you stay here and be my wife? Keep my household, for all the rivers will obey you as they obey me. Share the bed with me, as I have been alone for 33 years, and therefore been wrathful. dispel my anxieties and enhance my joys. For the happier I am, the calmer my waters. Live and will we will live with you for a good 10 years, and then you will return back to the sunlight, to your family. My faithful messengers, the carp, bring any gifts of the rivers to your home, since these will be yours by right. Allison nodded in reply. They lived happily ever after, and the river overflows every year, bringing Earth life-gifting waters and a bountiful harvest. A happy ending. When will she be born on Earth again? For 9 winters now, she's been the wife of the great Kaluba. This is her last year in the River Kingdom. Oh, Kerf, it's good to see you. Dewberry, who's that? Do you know the witch? Please don't be afraid of her. She'll not hurt anyone, like I wanted to. I am burdened with unexpected chores today, so I will have to leave. And that is all right. We will continue soon. You promised to tell us about the healer who stole the recipe of black milk from Death herself. We wanted to hear about it. I've let you down, I'm sorry, but next time, you said you were going to tell us today. That's what you said last time, word for word. Kerf, can we stay a little longer? How can I let little ones down like this? Hmm. See. Um, just say yes for now. A healer named Serdovek decided to find out why people die and why they are born again every time. It was then that he decided to head out to the very kingdom of sleeping death. This is surely where her secrets are hidden. 3 pairs of wooden boots, 3 iron staves, and 3 stone buttons were given to him by his friends. At dawn he spoke to the sun. Great star, symbol of rebirth, command you to show me the way to the kingdom of a sleeping mistress. I will show you the way, brave man. Follow me to the place where I've been buried 1,000 times. You follow the sun to the sunset. 33 times the sun was born while he walked. 3 boots he stomped, 3 staves he rode, and all 3 buttons he chewed. Then, just before sunset, he came to a large foxhole. When he saw the sun sinking into the hole, he followed. He was walking through the dark tunnels and heard, "Where are you, dear sister, the one who brings darkness? I've been following you for 100 years. Still I can't catch up." He found himself in a meadow and the sun was rising. A huge mole the size of a man grabbed him and led him somewhere. He arrived at a huge golden palace and met the scrawny mistress. "What is your name, frail queen?" the hero asked. "I am mistress of disease, and you, I feel, are completely out of place here. Since you are here, you will be a servant of mine. I am not here to serve. I know you have a potion that can take a person's life. Give it to me and I'll never bother you again. Insolent fool, she said in anger. Where are your manners, young man? You bring your stench to my palace, and the man the queen's treasure. However, help me, catch the moon from the night sky. If you could do that, in one night, you'll get a vial of potion. She pulled a moldy vial out of her pocket. Should you not make it, you'll leave with nothing. And the healer accepted. He did not know just yet that the wicked queen had deceived him. At sunset, went to the field with a sack, 3 leagues deep, and a harpoon 3 fathoms long. They began to wait for night's star to come. As the moon shone in the sky, he prepared to hit it with his weapon. But as he swung, he heard her whisper, Don't touch me, Sir Buff. Your skillful hands are not trained to harm. The day will come when your mercy will be repaid. He spared the moon and returned to the mistress empty-handed. She was furious. 3 days and 3 nights the earth's gutted howled, while the evil queen threatened the healer with tortures that would follow in his insolence. And as the mistress reached out with her bony fingers to draw out his soul, the red sun rose in the earth 3 times as bright as usual, blinding the queen and her attendants. In a flash, Sertabek rushed in and grabbed the potion from her, and ran after the waning sun to return from the underworld. That is how the story ends. Thank you for your attention. It's time for me to leave. Thank you. Shall we meet you tomorrow? Of course. What would you do without me? Lead the way for as long as training continues at your disposal. Let's go to my hut and start learning witcher rates. Okay. So... see, okay. So we have to go this way. Wait. Oh, I thought I was supposed to wait there. Never mind. Um, okay. And should this be this way? Oh. Mm. That's all I was concerned about. So you're reminding her the red berries, you only eat one of. Okay. Do you have to go over the other ones? Let's see. I'll do what I'm allowed to do, but you have to memorize even more diligently. If you're already struggling now, what will happen next? I have a lot more to tell you, so pay attention. It's not just your life at stake. Please forgive my poor memory and the trembling of my voice. The things you say are terrifying. There's nowhere room for doubt, and I am confident I'll remember this time. It's the only way to overcome my fears. Sit on the bench and I'll teach you 2 simple recipes today. Don't look at me like that. Okay, so... Ah. Sometimes we intend a bone and carve runes to it. An incantation for luck, love, protection. You can ask the grave. She always has some old remains in her pocket. The priestess keeps bones with her? It's a common thing for her to do, isn't it? Natural? I don't doubt that she has good intentions, but I still find this kind of thing savage and repugnant. Unless you move continuously, if it is to achieve the desired result, must touch your skin, transmit to you part of the enchanted power. That's why they are usually worn as a necklace. Why are you so squeamish, daughter of the earth? I'll tell you later what incantations we whisper and how we cut the runes. As you can imagine, it's not an easy process. It's a copper wheel called a coin. I've read about them, minted many generations ago. No one knows how these talismans were used by the all-powerful ancestors. Since then, it's been infused with sorcerer's power, and now helps us in rituals. Feel the chilling fire as you touch it. Goosebumps. I'm going to reveal one of the rituals, the ritual of luck. think Lyra called it. Take a good look at it, study every scratch, memorize the shimmering shades. Throw the coin in the air and then imagine it falling on one of the sides. You'll be able to predict the side in advance if your will is strong enough. It is said that if you are able to predict the result 4 times in a row, you'll be blessed with luck from now on. Overall, a good trinket. Witches are the only ones who have the power over it. I don't think we want to give it to her because if she's found with it at the main hall, that might cause problems. Because they're gonna be like, where did you get this? So we might just want to have it practice here. Okay. This is witch dust. We use it in almost every ritual, so it is the most important substance for us. Although it's easy to make, it takes a lot of time to do so. It's made by drying fave leaves, grinding them. You can add layers of water, adding salt, charcoal, ground bone, human bone, naturally. Plenty of ways to get human bones. You can ask Little Grave. She always has old remains in her pockets. The earth from a dry field works just as effectively, probably because it's been saturated with a pile of bones over the years. Pour it into a bag and shake it gently. I think I've got it memorized. Okay. One more time. Fave leaves, ash, salt, soil. Let's continue. It's time for you to learn about prophecies. How witch dust opens the veil of fate and shows us what is to come in the life of a particular soul. For witchcraft, you only need to have a vat of clean water. Pot, jug, bucket, everything will do. It is necessary to have a fragment of the one whose fate is being prophesied in the water. What will begin? Doesn't matter whether it's saliva, blood, sweat, just a drop is enough. Important that an invisible bond is formed. First, you forcefully throw a handful of dust into the surface. You don't want to cover the entire surface. Then say, Mother Earth, reveal the fate of another. Lord of Water, whisper your will to your daughter. That will be enough for a start. Here, the challenge begins. If you perform correctly, the gods will reveal to you the fate of the chosen person, making dust fall in a specific way. It's up to you to interpret the shape. Now I'll only teach you the simplest interpretations. Killing is easier than explaining. Take a look at the surface and I'll try to make these shapes. First one, scattered speckles without a clear outline. This is known as scattering. It means you can soon expect generous gifts from fate. A rich harvest, successful hunt. There'll be an abundance of everything you need. Having a wide scatter ensures unprecedented riches. However, if it's composed of large lumps, you're going to bite off more than you can chew, and you expect trouble from unexpected gifts of fate. The next is the mask. It can be any large spot that's at least relatively round and is a twofold figure. It means that a secret will soon be revealed and lead to irreversible changes. The holes in the mask are the eyes. The more of them look out, the more people know about it. The more they see, the scarier the truth. Secrets into At the same time, the mask can signify the beginning of a new chapter of life, and it can be a parting for the couple or an early change for themselves or their loved ones. This is evidenced by the presence of a small number of tiny sized eyes. You can tell how soon these changes will happen based on the shape of the mask and position of the eyes. Usually they are referred to as the eyes of the dead. The serpent is the simplest. It's an elongated spot of dust, foretells impending misfortune. The fewer spots around, the worse is the trouble. The longer and more sinuous, the harder it will be to recover. Worst of all is when there's only the serpent on the surface. It's thus that the gods make it clear that men are now at the mercy of fate for their deeds, and thus only the collapse of all hope and dreams lies ahead. I'm afraid that I might bring such a fate upon myself. What if I misstep, or worse, make an irreversible mistake being here at this very moment? Was it not fate that sent you here? Intricacies of fate are beyond our comprehension. Nevertheless, I suppose you're right. My apologies for being overcome with doubt again. Well then, let's continue. There's another type of serpent. This one bites itself on the tail, known as the ring. This one is actually a good omen, and it means good fortune awaits you. If the ring is uneven, there are difficulties that must be overcome in order to succeed. In a similar way, the fewer spots found, greater success. Wonders omen, for life is a ring, no end and no beginning. Wondrous is an overstatement. My experience, only one in a few dozen receive such an honor from the lords. What are signs that are sent down to us more often than others? Bad ones, just like in my case. Why is it so? How come we are haunted by an evil fate? Hmm. Um, let's see. Hmm. Like my initial gut reaction was to go for the second one, but that might scare her too much. Um, well, I don't know. Let's see. Truly, spirits frighten me beyond measure. Will you teach me to resist their will? One day I'll teach you, but not today. That's it. You've been distracted by some nonsense. It's time to continue. Um, let's move on to the next topic. Let's start with this one. It might be that I'm truly strange to the path of the sorcerers. This way, the Father of Wisdom lets me realize my mistake and get back on the right track. Hmm. Closer. Hi. It's simply not possible for me to memorize such a vast amount of occult knowledge in such a short period of time. Is the Father of Wisdom testing my patience? Afraid I'll fail. Do not be angry. Let's see. What about the coin? You put at least something in your head, so that's good. Let's move on. You're asking too much. Um, Ugh, I don't like either of those choices. I'm closer to the gods by birthright, but my power is not unlimited. You tell me to memorize, but I'm not able to do so. No one is. I've repeated everything several times. No. You see how hard it is for me? Give me a helping hand. Repeat even a sliver of this knowledge. Swear upon the skies that you will help in my further studies, and you will not judge so harshly. You must understand that if the clouds whisper to me of your deception, I'll forget my own promises, and leave the witches forever. Earth knows I don't want this to happen. That's right, I didn't expect anything else. I have a chance for another mistress's attitude towards witches forever. Kind of risk that fills my heart with incoherent trepidation. Ugh, I can't wait for this to be over. In truth, I went against Mother's wishes. She knows I was leaving the cell. That's the last thing we need. If I continue disobeying, she'll close the shutters and keep the joy of sunlight away from me. That's why it's been difficult for me to pay more attention. Rejoice, now that the lessons are finished. It should be enough for your initiation tomorrow. Tomorrow? Good lords, I still know nothing about the rite. Initiation is not to be known in advance. Go there with a pure heart, complete darkness. My own heart breaking out in terror as I skip from a cage. Initiation is not easy, but if I, a sickly rag, survived, you can too. Worth protect her. Eat nothing but steamed milk until tomorrow night. You should sleep well tonight, but don't lie down next day. Wait for me to come. Little grave will take you to the thicket. What? Oh, the priestess. Of course. You remind me of a wormwood sprout, always bitter and scared. What kind of a comparison is that? I don't like that sort of thing. We have nothing in common, isn't it? Um, don't let fear hinder our cause. But if I let the witches down, this again, how long can you doubt? Mm, you won't. I have faith in you. Doubt's way, leaving only determination. Doubt's way. Mm. Gather the brushwood, sister. Tonight's the initiation of the newfound witch. I see. Go make our little sparrow happy. She's not quite herself. And what's wrong with Lyra? Only the spirits know. Likely just afraid of the remission. Maybe some fiend came in the night, whispered rubbish into her ear. She won't leave the room, won't talk. Last time I saw her, she said, "You know what?" She said, "My idea has merit." That's when I realized she's lost her marbles. That doesn't sound like her. And are you not happy? We can finally have a ritual, the four of us. Oh, yeah, sure. You mean to tell me this novice is ready for initiation after a couple of days of teaching? So naive you are. It's up to you to bury her when her gut burns for a couple of rouge berries. I believe she can do it. You're really that naive. The head still in the clouds. When she vomits out her own entrails, will you scrub the floorboards of the bone house? And you used to want to carry out that mad idea, don't you? Unleashing rivers of blood on the world? We've been preparing for this since the fourth winter, and you thought you could do it in 3 days? No, there's nothing more to say. You're determined to ruin her life, justifying it with some alleged good. You're right. I'm using your trust to impose my will. I'm doing it for the greater good. You still don't understand. We are running out of time. Era is coming to an end. All people will soon be gone. Face it, it's true. You can probably feel the winds of change blowing. How long has it been since you've had a nightmare? Evil will be gone. The old gods will be gone along with the old folk. Earth will be cleansed of our hopeless stupidity. Nonsense. Sooner or later, a new, unknown tribe will rise from the earth. It will be cared for by a new, unknown god, and it will do things you never thought possible. But you are trying your best to prolong our agony. This is madness. I'm through talking. You can leave. You can argue. I don't care. You're the one who doesn't understand. How could you? 2 winters after living through the sunset and you're out of touch. Lara, are you okay? Oh, Kirk, it's been a long time since we've seen you. Vavra must have told you I was sick. I knew she was worried after all. Kirk, I feel like we've lost everything. Vavra's right. Why the sudden change of heart? Ever since Aya's death, I've been haunted by evil spirits, whispering bad things to me, giving me visions of the end times. These nightmares don't stop for a moment, Kirk. And then the horrible weakness. Spirits have poisoned my blood and are draining me of strength. The fire inside me is dying out. No matter how many roots and mushrooms I chewed, I put candles, I've laid out bones, nothing. I can't do this. It's like my heart is being ripped out. It's like my only virtue is being stripped from me. I've tried drawing symbols and it doesn't work. I'm afraid this night will not end. And I was the one hoping to drink the black tar for 2. A naive and stupid dream. I guess I just don't know. I'm down on my luck. And you know what the worst part is? Hmm. What frightens me the most is I'm not afraid of dying. I've lived for so long I don't remember the childhood fear of the unknown. Don't remember wandering in the darkness waiting to be born. I just can't imagine what it's like. It's like I'll never even die. Huh. Hmm. Why don't you talk to Little Griff about it? I guess I should. Alright, so now we bring up the initiation. Is she ready? I hope so. I believe she can do it. What are we left with but blind faith? Great sadness awaits the village if the heiress is lost. On the other hand, only by passing the bone hut will she survive the Dormition. She's been through so much. You two going to lecture me now? I'll whisper words of good luck for her. Maybe Fafner will join as well? Bring Iva as soon as she wakes up with a new name. We'll teach her our ways. I will. A new sister. Never even dreamed of something like this, did we? Of course we didn't. We've come to accept since childhood that there's no place for witches under the skies. The mistress will not forgive us for this. God's wrath will have no limits. Would she turn her wrath on witches even if her blood daughter was one? That's exactly how I see it. Afraid it will be her own blood that will be the first target. I've compared twice at her command. Lords, I dread to think how hard it will be for her to face the trials ahead. Remember, no help. Lords will observe and assess their will. Spirits will gather around to honor the newborn of our circle. Everything must go according to the covenants. Go and pray for the coming rite. Drop the coin under her window to make her fate a little easier. May the earth cover your tracks. Okay, so I have to end the stream here. But we'll come back to it another time. So thank you again, anybody who was tuned in. Um, that whole section was pretty much just teaching the new witch and going over a lot of information on plants and rituals and stuff. But we'll see how the initiation goes. And yeah, I hope you have a good night. I hope you're doing well. I hope your fur babies are doing well if you have any. And I will see you another time.